really been something that deeply has informed my value set as I've lived through life. And football, I think, in this space has a long way to go. We are working on it. I think Kick It Out works with us and challenges us in a really productive way. But I also think football has taken leadership also on this issue and has acted as an example. And when we're at our best, we do that well. So I'm really passionate about what we're doing in this space and with Kick It Out. I'm also really passionate about helping to connect people with their passion. And I know that people, all of you who've given up your time to be here are interested and passionate about the game.
You know, something that there isn't really a good English word for it, but not lazy. You cannot, if you want to make it in the sports industry, in the computer game industry, in any, literally, I presume it's in any industry, I'm sure you've had to go through the same thing. You've got to be so prepared to go that extra mile. Ivan talked about it being all-consuming. I describe it as a vocation. Literally, there is not a minute of the day when I'm not working.
My name is Jordan Jarrett Bryan. I'm the sports reporter for Channel 4 News. This is my first year here at Raise Your Game, and I'm really impressed with what I've seen so far. Spoken to a handful of people who were looking for opportunities and ins into this wonderful game and industry we call football. Really highly impressed with what I've seen so far from the Kick It Out guys and some of the mentees and mentors here as well. We're obviously here to try and empower more people and give them and equip them to try and break into the industry in whatever form that comes in, be it playing, coaching, administration, media, the business, marketing. You know, it's really good that all the people that are here today, you know, give up their time and their expertise and their knowledge to try and pass that on to people that maybe don't have the same opportunities that we have. And if we can rise up as one and change and improve our beautiful game for the better, that can only be a good thing. So yeah, big up to, you know, Raise Your Game and Kick It Out and all the work they're doing here, because I think it's a great thing, and hopefully they'll invite him back for a second year.
Scott Field from the FA. Fantastic to be back at the Raise Your Game conference. It's great and really encouraging to see so many young people that you know, are aspiring to get into the football industry and have the sort of energy and enthusiasm to put themselves out there, give them a great competitive edge.
Hi, my name is Dr. Colin King. I work for the Black Nation Coaches Association. I'm a mentor at the Kick It Out conference here today. This is the fifth consecutive conference I've been at. My kind of philosophy about this conference is about challenging inequalities within the professional game, empowering young people to take responsibility for their own personal development, and I believe in the Marcus Garvey philosophy of self-determination. So I'm really here about empowering these people to think about their responsibility to challenge discrimination within the structures of the sport, take responsibility for the development, and actually empowering change.
Hi, I'm Warren Horton. I'm a reporter for TalkSport Radio, and as far as I'm concerned, it's a real honour and a pleasure to be here working at the Kick It Out conference, Raise Your Game. It's just great to talk to young, enthusiastic people who are really keen to get into sports media, which is the area I work in. It's great to hear their stories, to find out what they're doing, what they're about, and what they're passionate about. And all the people that I speak to and see here, if I can give them not only some sort of advice and direction, if I can put them in touch with someone, if I can give them a contact for any work or any work experience, that, as far as I'm concerned, is me doing my job. If I can pass on some information, contact, or any sort of help, that's as far as I'm concerned, I'm doing a good job.
I'm delighted that we're at the Emirates. I'm delighted also that the teams that I think, in the highest professional sense of football, that are going to win everything this year, i.e. the FA Cup, the Capital One Cup and the Premier League, are the three teams that I admire most. Obviously, Aston Villa is one of them, the other one's Chelsea. In as much as they have contributed to equality work more than other clubs. That is not to say other clubs aren't doing good things, but they're at the top of the pinnacle in terms of the way in which Kick It Out has assessed performance with regards to equality. And if that is an indication of the way in which we should be encouraging other clubs to do likewise, then I think it's part failure on our part as well as the rest of football. But having already said it's easy to kick it out when things go wrong, and we're only a small charity, regulation is very important. And the regulatory body is the Football Association. If you look at the politics of British society at the present time in the way in which the election takes place, when things go wrong, everyone blames the government. The government's crap, the government's, I think it'll be S word again, and everyone can blame the government, or they blame local government. And it's the same with football, we blame the FA. If you can't reach them, you blame kick it out. But the reality is you need governance. You need organisations that are well run to apply rules and regulations and sanctions in an effective and a proper and a balanced way. And it's taken us 20 years of Kick It Out Plus in order to get to where we've got to, where abuses are being tackled automatically, systematically, proportionately, and on a regular basis. It's still to become absolutely efficient, but it's on its way to getting there. But regulation by itself without education will not change things. And that's why education is a very important part of the work we do. Our staff, our volunteers, are in schools, in colleges, universities, local clubs. The things that many of you do in terms of your own work in educating others is absolutely crucial in how we change those who are already in football, their mindsets, the culture within their institutions, as well as how we build better attitudes among the next generation who are going to be either football players or spectators.
Always a pleasure, Lord Hannah. Tell me about the significance of Raise the Game and what we aim to improve upon with conferences like this.
Well, Raise Your Game is about getting, firstly, a lot more young people interested in working in football. By that we mean trying to get into the back room. Administrative jobs, technical jobs, working on marketing, communications, a whole range of opportunities that are foreclosed. People don't know about them. So we're trying to get the game to open up, advertise all their jobs, make them available, invite people to apply, encourage them, inspire them, tell them you want them. Otherwise, black and ethnic minority people believe these opportunities are not available. They don't know about them. Other people know the way in. We want them to open the front door so that we can get in there. And secondly, it's about bringing people together who are already there to offer them advice, counsel them, mentor them, inspire them, and help them to move forward.
Did you envisage something like this being a part of the Kick It Out journey when you started all those years ago? Did you think that this would come
when we
to
started it, we wanted to be able to go to football and not have because we're a black person, to be called an effing black whatever, because that's all that was happening. It was violence and racism right in your face. And the black players were saying to us, well, we can't do anything about it because we've got to play football. But our family and our friends don't come and watch anymore because they can't put up with it. I had the opportunity to start something, to try and make something happen, and we have been on a long journey. Things are changing. We didn't envisage this. I didn't know how long it would go, but I knew I had to do something. I did something, and we've got a lot more people on the bandwagon trying to do something, and that is important.
Thanks for your time, sir.
Pleasure.
Raise Your Game. To see that you're an integral part of bringing this all together. What was the vision, and have you ticked that box?
Well, first and foremost, I don't like ticking boxes, but the vision is to make sure that we help and support people's journeys and pathways. When I was growing up, I didn't have these opportunities to talk to professional people within the given areas that we've got on display today. And I think it's a real plus point that we could bring so many great mentors that cover so many different areas within football. And if you can't but learn today, then maybe this game is not for you.
What's been the most standout, part of the proceedings today? I mean, Lord Hermanouzi's speech was quite moving, as always, quite to the point.
Lord Ousley talks very well all the time, but I'm going to focus in on the people that are here attending, and they are the standout for me. When I walk into a room and just hear conversations, I don't need to know what they are, just to hear the conversations that are being had, and that the advice is being given and taken on board. For me, that is a standout thing. We've got some fabulous workshops going on. They have had great feedback already. It's all about the young people's journeys, and that's what I really want to focus on for today.
What's been the standout part of the proceedings today from your perspective?
I think it's always the young people. It's always the enthusiasm, and you hear there's such a buzz in that room, and you just hear so many people who are so positive, who love football and want to get involved. And that's always, to me, it's always the highlight. This is the 5th year, so I just think it's such a brilliant event for us, and it reinvigorates us as a staff team as well, because sometimes it's hard. It's a hard job to do sometimes. So when you see young people who really want to be involved, it's just brilliant.
Tell me about your vision for the next 5 years.
Next 5 years. We'd like to get bigger. We'd like to see levels of diversity maintained. Like to see more women come along as well, because still I think we're still slightly underrepresented women-wise.
Slightly.
Slightly. I think to see the range of the mentors is brilliant. I mean, the quality of the mentors today is really, really high. Yeah. So we'd like to maintain that and grow that. And we'd like to do regional ones. We're in London, and sometimes I think it'd be nice to go out of London, to try and go to different regions as well.
Okay, so UK, here we come.
UK and the world, here we come. No problem.
Hard work, dedication. Hard work. Dedication. Hard work. Dedication. And that's what we stick to.